Hi guys, how you doing? What's up? So I've been sitting here, I didn't actually think to do an evening stream, but unfortunately I cannot figure this one out. So I was like, hey man, let's have an entire stream, look for the pattern and figure this one out. Center plan, Papa, Chamali, Blyatman, Jimmy is here. I'm not worrying, man, it's all good, you here. Mason, Victor, Papa, Bobby. One last one. Late evening stream, yeah, late evening stream. At least in Europe, it's late. Right now it's 12:37 here. TLA in the house, yeah, guys. So we're gonna figure this one out. This is actually bottoming pattern down here. What's happening? It is a channel. It looks like a channel towards the downside. So we gotta figure out how this is gonna play out. Now, if you turn this around, it's a very standard channel up here. This is actually not a bear flag. Bear flag goes something like this on the downside, and and continues in this direction up here. This is actually something else. It's not bear flag, but if it does break the resistance over here, technically the support, it can do another move towards the upside. So I was looking at this and I was thinking, maybe, just maybe, this is some kind of a because it broke the trend up here. It broke the trend. You can see here it went up here, it broke the trend, and it retested the trend, and right now it's going. So we cannot. I mean, we technically should down here at 30.5 thousand. If we get back below this 30.5 thousand on the downside, this is a reversal pattern and it's going to continue, in the upside direction. That's definitely a possible thing to do, but there is a big but, because if you look at it over here, we tried to do that several times, and I explained this yesterday. And it just didn't work out. So what you're gonna see here is that we had first high. This was the first high, this engulfing candle. So the next high is up here, and then we tried to get above that, failed that. We came very close, but we didn't get above that. So the next high is down here. But you can see here, this high came above this high, but this engulfing candle. So we're gonna remove that, and you can see down here we are still creating lower highs all the way through. And on the last move towards upside here, we actually managed to get a higher high, just like over here and over here. Unfortunately, bearish engulfing candle right back down again through the roof, through the moving averages on the downside, which is quite bearish. So this level of support down here, so this level of resistance up here did fail, and we are not able to get through that. So the way I see it right now, if you invert the chart, that this support line down here is right now actually technically holding, or this technical resistance, but it is holding, and this might look like it's just gonna break this upper resistance and continue towards upside, right? But this pattern is very I've seen this pattern all over the place. It doesn't have any kind of name. We haven't given it a name yet, but over here we broke the trend. We are going into some kind of should not be like this. This is the upper line. This is the upper line, and they get a lower line down here somewhere. This is some kind of channel after an impulsive move. You got a upwards channel after an impulsive move. So I was thinking, like, how this is gonna play out. Is this gonna just continue? Because down here, as I just showed you, there is a huge resistance here. And we're trying to break through this up here towards the upside. So what I'm seeing up here, I don't see that it can definitely break it up here and continue towards the upside, and I think that's the most likely thing to do. But we are waiting for that to come up here. So I don't know if this channel is gonna go for that long. So it can definitely go someplace and towards the upside eventually, right? So we're trying to find the pattern. You can see everything closed in green today. This is some kind of channel, right? Channel after impulsive move. This is definitely some kind of channel after some kind of impulsive move, right? But anything that I'm looking at, I cannot find anything that looks similar to that. It's still a bear flag for me. What if there's no pattern? Is that the sign of the... What? I draw my lines differently. Everybody draw their lines. We are gonna dump soon. Continuation mode is down. Send button needs to not be right below the backspace. To the down. It's like a bear flag and bear pennant have the same level. and this is their baby. I mean, it might be some kind of mix of that. Get rejected 4, I'll liquify him on my chart. Sent you the picture in Twitter. I'll check the picture in Twitter. So Lunesla sent something. Let's check it out. Okay, it's on messages over here actually. There's a photo. Yeah. So this is a trend line up here. That's a nice trend line. Bottom line. The problem with bottom line is going a little bit too low down there. It could be. So it could be a pennant as well. But I don't think it's a pennant. This upper line is actually quite nice. I've seen the line. And down here it should be something like this over here, give or take, right? So this is what a lot of people are looking for. This is of course just a normal pennant, continuation pennant towards the downside, and that's fine and dandy, right? That's fine and dandy, but I think it does look more likable, if you can say it that way, because this in Wyckoff, this is called the preliminary support. This is a very important week on the downside. You will often see these moves happening a lot on any kind of impulsive move, and for whatever reason this week or this top or this pivot point up here is very important to use for some reason. I don't know why, but it does seem that way. But it does not connect with anything, legitly up here. We got something like this up here, maybe. Now this now everything right now. This is the most legit move, but I think maybe it should be connected like this up here. And then this is failure. It could be that. So let me show up here. It goes through this one, and all the way to the top up here. So up here, although if we do go above it, we just go right back below it. And these are not actually confirming that nicely, but still. So on the bottom side down here, we got this nice, very nice channel. I mean, it's a beautiful channel. We can use the channel tool up here. Give or take some points, maybe all the way down here. Give or take some kind of channel, right? Some kind of channel. So, but it can be pennant. Right? It can be a lot of stuff, right? So where were we? Up here on Google Images, right? So what I'm trying to find. So what we are looking for right now is this kind of pattern where you have impulsive move. We double tap up here, and then you got a flag that flags towards the upside. So you got impulsive move and then flag towards the upside, right? It's not a flag towards downside, it's flag towards the upside. So this should come in any kind of impulsive move. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to the daily time frame because it's more reliable over here, and we're gonna try to find some kind of pattern, maybe on Bitcoin chart, maybe on Ethereum chart, on any kind of chart. We're gonna try to find, because you can see down here, people are saying this will be some kind of bear flag, right? So not bear flag, bull flag towards the upside, because it goes down and it continues up. What we are looking right now at something that goes up, channel that goes up and then expands towards the upside. So nothing over here doesn't look like that. Something like over here. You can see here, you have a big, pulse move towards the upside. And then you got this channel towards the upside, where actually channel breaks on downside, goes down, and then breaks on downside. So this channel on the upside is actually a very bearish channel. In an upward direction, it's a very bearish channel, and I understand that. I've seen this a lot of times, but there is always a but, guys. There is always a but. So if you go over here and look at the 4-hourly time frame up here, you'll see that this. I like looking at it this way up here. You'll see that this channel up here should actually break on the downside. Now the problem is that this resistance, just like I just showed you, is insanely good. The resistance, the resistance is insanely good. So doing this move towards the upside needs a little bit more help. We can still do that, but we kind of failed several times up here, man. We kind of failed several times up here. We failed here, we failed here, we failed here, we 4 times we failed to get above that resistance, so you know, it doesn't look like it's happening. Now these channels, although they are actually reversal channels right now, it's going towards upside and, you know, reversing in the other direction. This is a very normal pattern, and this would be, you know, I wouldn't even question this if this was any kind of normal move, but this capitulation move towards downside, there is a huge amount of bearishness in the market right now that's pulling us towards downside. And when this kind of thing happens, we do tend to break these lines. And right now we have this, you know, you know, support line, that's a trend line that's actually going towards downside. Breaking this will actually, you know, violently move the price towards downside. So you under no circumstances want to break this line on the downside, because if you do that, you are getting this very violent move towards downside. Another one of these big moves towards downside. You know, how big this move is going to be, I don't know, but you know, you're going to get violent move towards downside if you break this line, because this line is, you know, goes towards downside. If you had any kind of, you know, upper line and you break that, that's fine, but you know, these lower lines, then you know, you get this violent move, you increase the speed towards downside basically, right? Now in any kind of normal chart, like I said, you know, this I would just say, yeah, this is actually a very bullish pattern, it should go up here, but we try to do that over here, man. If we fail big time, now the most likely outcome over here is towards downside. But what I want to find is, I want to find a place where this actually played out. I want to find anywhere on the chart where this pattern goes something like this: impulsive move towards upside, channel towards upside, and continuation towards the upside as well. So you got this channel that's not actually a bear flag, but actually a bullish pattern, bullish channel towards the upside that actually continues in the direction this goes, right? So that's what we are trying to find right now. Bull flag, send your picture on Twitter. You got to take into consideration manipulation of thought that's going on. Yeah, it might be that. I think we'll go on another leg down this weekend. I don't know about this weekend, but you know, it might be very soon or early next week. Hello, how are we surviving this killer bear? It's okay, man. It's okay. We're doing that. That's me. Double bottom. We're gonna drip down for a month. I don't know. I'm still waiting for the new moon, and we're gonna see how the new moon plays out eventually. But you know, there is that. So let's go searching right now. So you know, right now you understand what the problem is, what we are trying to figure out, and what we wanna find. Like over here, this is a normal bear flag, no problem whatsoever with this thing over here, because we are already in a downtrend. But we are trying to find anyway, like down here. This you know, this is a bullish move towards the upside, so you know, we are going doing this over here, but you know, we got pull back on the downside. We did not test, you know, zillion times, you know, this resistance on the upside. We actually tested the top side up here, so it's almost like that. Here we have a, you know, bullish move, but this actually goes towards downside. This is a bull flag right over here. Over here you have a bull flag. You got a, you know, bullish move towards the upside. You got some kind of, you know, technically it's a triangle up here, but you could say, you know, it's some kind of a bullish flag up here and then a continuation towards the upside. So it's not this over here. Now let's try to find it up here. Over here we can, let's revert the chart up here. I mean, you could say that this one up here is a little bit, no, it's not the same, not even close. Down here, no, it just goes sideways up here. Then you got these pulse moves up here. Here is one where you go up, and then you got this, you could say this, there we go, something like this, right? And you can see here that this flagging actually broke to the upside, right? So this is actually what I was looking for, right? So this flag up here, give or take however you want to draw it. See how nicely comes this one up here. Everything plays out nicely, and then it goes all the way up there to the top. That's nice. So you can see this is also the same kind of pattern that we are having right now, and this is you can see that this over here actually played towards the upside. So it did, you know, because there was a lot of bullishness going on. So even though we are flagging towards the upside, we actually managed to break the resistance and continue towards the upside. This is when you have a lot of bullishness in the market, right? And then you break this upper trend line, because these upper trend lines are broken very rarely in the normal markets. So that's why we say when you have some kind of, you know, rising wedge up here, you know, most likely outcome, you know, is towards downside. Now what you're gonna notice is that these rising wedges in some kind of parabolic moves or something like that do tend to break towards the upside, because there is just so much bullishness. And what happens when you break the upside resistance line that's you know, going towards the upside, you increase the speed, right? You increase the speed. So this is actually what we are looking at right now. You know, inverse bull flag that continues in the same direction up here. Over here, it's just on small time frames up here, but it could still be the same flag, right? It could be the same flag. You got a flag up here, give or take. You got some kind of bottom down there, you got some kind of top. Now this flag should not go, the flag should not go all the way down to the top. It should go down here, and the move should be something like this up to 22,000. Again, in the same kind of, you know, pattern that we have been seeing for a while, right? These 22, 23 levels down here, those might get hit, right? But I don't know what this is actually called. I don't know what this is actually called. See here if this actually plays out, because during very bearish markets, these you know, trend lines, they go towards downside, although they are very hard to break, they do tend to break and increase the speed towards downside, right? So we are looking right now this trend line down here to actually break from the downside. So the bull flag goes something like this, guys. Bull flag goes bear flag goes something like this. It goes down, you got a propulsive move towards downside like over here, and then you get a bull flag, but bull flags goes towards the upside. Bull flag goes towards the upside because you go up, then you get some kind of, you know, build up, and then you break towards downside. They're not that, you know, they're not that, you know, critical levels, you know, because it's just normal bear flag. You know, the target is whatever the target is, right? This is a lot more severe than a bear flag, because these kind of moves are right now not breaking an upper sloping trend line, they are breaking a low, you know, downward trend line, and these can be very violent moves towards downside. So I'm expecting, if we for whatever reason are gonna break this lower down support down here, we're gonna see a lot of volatility, a lot of, you know, a very fast move towards downside. Whether that's gonna come now or, you know, in next 10 days or whenever that's gonna come, I do not know. But you know, if we continue following this trend line on the downside, then we're gonna see some, you know, major move towards downside down here. Let's go back to this part over here. Where did we find it? Where was, yeah, over here. So this is a very bullish volatile move here. This actually happened twice on the same chart over here. This actually happens twice on the same. We got a impulsive move towards the upside, and then we got this channel that's, you know, slowly going towards upside. But you see, this channel can actually continue for a very long time, and then it broke the channel towards downside and had a very violent move towards the upside. Very interesting, very interesting. The same thing happened here, you know, next time as well. Continue with a you know, impulsive move, and then you got this you know, nice channel on the downside, and once the channel over here is broken, you got an impulsive move towards the upside as well. So that's what I'm saying, that this over here is not a bear flag, but it does look like, you know, maybe if you draw some other lines it could, but that's why I'm saying that this move can actually be very volatile. I do not know what's this actually called. You know, it's not a bear flag, it's, you know, is there something called inverse bear flag? Inverse bear flag, is there such a thing? Bearish flag. We got a $5 donation from Carl J, man. Hi. If you're looking for pattern, look for 20 January to 10 February 20. I'm telling you, on Sunday we go up and get very bullish to 36,000. Ooh, okay, man. I'll check it out. Thanks for the donation, man. I appreciate that. Goes right into the Tia Fans Club account, so we're gonna see how that actually plays out. Okay, so what you're saying is 20 January 2022. That's somewhere up here. 20 January. Oh, we are almost on the dollar down here. Let's just pull the line. 20 January 2022 all the way until 10th February 2022. Now, what are we looking at here right now? It's not the same pattern, man. It's not the same pattern. Let's split the chart. So this is over here, you know, the move towards downside, but we are flagging here towards upside. We are actually, you know, go down, and we are flagging towards upside and we're recovering. But on this chart up here, but on this chart, it's not the same move. Do you think same move, man, Cal J? Do you think same move? Can I pulse a move to the downside? I don't see how this actually correlated with this, or where this move is actually gonna happen. We get a double bottom here, maybe double bottom. Maybe it's only the bottom down here that you're talking about. But this is definitely flagging towards the upside though. This is the way I see this over here, especially because of these wicks on the downside. I think they are flagging something like this. I think they are flagging on the downside. So I don't see the resemblance between this part over here and this part over here that's happening right now. Not even on the bigger time frames. Not even on the bigger time frames. But what I do see right now, and this is you know, let's go daily time frame up here. What I do see is a resemblance between these two moves. So look how these two moves happen. First we had an impulsive move towards downside, and then flag, and then impulsive move towards impulsive move towards upside, flag, impulsive move towards upside, flag, and another impulsive move towards the upside. This could also be seen like we had an impulsive move towards downside, then flag, then impulsive move towards downside. Right now the secondary flag. So we got a two flags towards downside, just like over here in, you know. So this is a strong uptrend, this is a strong downtrend, and it is increasing these flags a little bit. And you can see here, I'm going to show you right now on both charts of these. So you can see down here, we're going to start this. Let's zoom in a little bit up here on the chart. This up here, and then secondary up here is gonna go something like this up here, give or take 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. If you move these two together, what you're gonna see is that the secondary is going faster than the first one. So this flag is going slower than this flag is going faster, right? So it did, you know, after this move towards the upside, it increased the speed and increased the speed even more on the upside. You can see that this is, you know, this is goes more towards upside than this one, right? So increase the speed, and the same thing is happening over here right now. I'm going to show you up here. The same thing is happening up here. It did increase the speed. So this is the first move towards upside. Now if, you know, it's the way I actually draw it up here, right, and I draw it something like this up here, you can see that these two lines, it did increase the speed already. So it went like this up here. Over here it is increase the speed, and once we fall down over here, of course it's gonna, you know, start increasing the speed more. So it is actually playing the same way this part over here is playing out. So as you can see, you know, after this secondary channel, because we got a one channel, secondary channel, and then we hit this stop up here, right? Over here we got first channel up here, we got a secondary channel up here, and we should hit some kind of bottom down here. We already know this bottom down here at 23 to 25 should come eventually, but you know, when is that gonna come, you know, that's the question. But you know, if this plays out like something like this over here, yeah, you know, we might be very close to the bottom. This is actually what I want to figure out, but I don't know if there is any kind of name for these kind of things. Inverse, because these bear flags, can you just write opposite bear flag? I just want to find somebody that actually, you know, talks about this and, you know, confirms my you know, ideas. Goes up, down. Let's just see chart pattern flag. Let's not say bear or bull flag. Let's just say flag channel, yeah, something like this maybe. Are we breaking down? I don't know. We are not breaking down just yet. We are still in the channel, so it's gonna take a little while. This is the perfect time to accumulate bits and alts, even if world economies get hit hard. Whenever we get through this, whoever has been loading their base will be rewarded very soon, I think. Hey Chadwick, how you doing, man? Simpleton, hey, how you doing, man? We'll hit 20,000. Do you think? I don't think 20,000. I think around 22, 23, 24. I don't think it's gonna be 20. I don't think it's gonna be 20, so you know, there's that. Chart patterns. No. This is just standard stuff. Complex patterns. It should be complex flag. It sounds like it's like it's falling wedge. It's a falling wedge, but it's not falling. It's a falling channel. Falling channel in bearish trend. Where is something like this? It's not like this. It's not like this. Maybe we should try to find something else than Bitcoin chart. Okay, so we number one, we know this happens. We know this happens after impulsive moves. We know this happens in very strongly trending trends. See, same thing here. Strong. This looks like almost the same as, you know, what we have right now. Just a small time frame. This is a daily time frame, so you know, accumulation did play out. But, you know, on the 4 hourly it does look a little bit the same. It's not bleeding on the downside though, but it's still, you know, we still got something the same up here, right? Still got something the same up here. So this is the worst kind of, you know, channel that there is. So of course, if we break toward now, the difference between these two is that you know, we had 1, 2, 3 hit over here, but we kind of just, you know, were going up there and start climbing this, and you know, bounced up over here. And I still believe that we can definitely hold some kind of 32,000 up here, whatever that's gonna be, right? But we just got rejected so majorly up here at around 30,500 that, you know, falling channel, sloping channel. We have hit the bottom for sure. I'm certain we are not going down. We are going exactly what happened in 2012, 2013. I'll check it out. The RSI Bitcoin weekly is lower than the COVID crash. We're at the bottom. COVID crash is an impulsive move, so that it's a different kind of move. You know, psychology behind the move is different. So you can check it out. But you know, this you know, 2018 crash up here, it does look like it has the same pattern, but this is on the daily time frame, this is on the 4 hourly time frame. Look at it in the daily time frame, we are not through it yet, right? It's very early to call it right now, because any kind of bottom is not gonna come on the 4 hourly time frame, guys. Sorry, any kind of bottom is not gonna. What am I pressing here on the chart? Any kind of bottom is not gonna. This is the 4 hourly chart, right? This is the daily chart. Any kind of bottom, any kind of pattern that we are printing up here, it's not. You know, right now we are not finished printing this pattern, but on the 4 hourly we are. You know, and the bottom is not being created on the 4 hourly chart. It's being created on the daily, on the weekly chart, and so forth, right? So this over here is just something intermediate move. You know, that's actually gonna play out on the longer term chart, like the daily chart, and so forth, right? So this is what we're looking for. It would be much more unexpected for the market to pump than it would be for the market to dump. Yes, exactly. There is also this guy. I actually made a. We talked about in Bitcoin Daily. I don't know, not today, yesterday. I think about this guy called David Hunter that thinks that, you know, markets are gonna have a big markup, big move towards upside soon. So that might be good. Can you hear good? And volume is up 100%. I don't know. Can everybody else hear well? Is the volume bad? Or is a Lim Goody headset bad? Exactly, I'm telling you, big pump coming. I'm all in, baby. Cal J and Wick are bullish, guys. Cal J and Wick are bullish, so you know. This one now makes BTC pump. Yeah, there is also, but right now DXY is up 0.15%. bouncing up a little bit here. It's only if we start breaking this towards downside here we might, you know, see some kind of recovery pump. I don't know, a little bit hard to figure this one out. See, I'm showing some lines up here, but what I want to do, let's go to the BLX chart up here. Impulsive move, let's get the chart up here from the moving averages. It's easier to see. This impulsive move towards the upside, this impulsive move towards the downside. Again, impulsive move towards the upside, with a channel towards the upside up here as well. But it only has 2 weeks on the top side, right? And it's not very nice channel either. This looks like a nice channel towards the upside, you know, a very nice triangle up here. Broke the downside, climbed right back down and up again and continue. Also, this pattern over here is a very common pattern as well. So you get a strong uptrend up here, strong uptrend. Then you come into this, you know, this triangle. Then you fail that, go down, and then you bounce right back up again. Right? This is a very common pattern. I've seen it a lot of places. And then you are flagging here before continuation towards the upside. Very common pattern. But if you do what we did right now, we had some kind of, you know, triangle. We went down, right back up again, and then got rejected on the way on the downside, right? So we have a little bit different up here move that's happening right now. I'm gonna show it up here, and you know the difference between this move, you know, this pattern on this chart over here is what's happened before that. Always look on, you always have to look like, are we in uptrend? Are we not? This was a strong uptrend where we had this pattern, you know, happening. And right now what you're gonna see here, let me just go to the, which I have so many charts. Let's go to for the chart. You can see on this chart over here the same kind of thing happened, right? Let's turn it around so you can see that. Maybe, you know, we had this triangle pattern happening. Maybe something like this. Yeah, so it is triangle pattern happening, and you know, we broke on the downside just like previously. We broke on the downside and pumped up, but we did not get above the resistance up here and then flagged up here. We got rejected and right back down again, right? So if we had managed to get up above this resistance line up here and then start flagging here at the top, that would be a very bullish move. Unfortunately we didn't do that. Like over here, for example, right? Again, back to the same chart. You know, because let's just split the chart so you can see this better. Over here, we go to 4 hourly time frame. Let's clear it up. So over here we had this move, right, and this triangle, because everybody was watching this triangle. And over here we had, so there is a huge difference between these two, right? Number first, we are coming, you know, in a very strong bullish trend towards the upside. Here we have a very bearish trend, right? And then we have been going into consolidation up here, and we'd actually move towards the downside. And here we've been going actually consolidation with continuation towards downside. This is the reversal towards downside. This is continuation towards downside. And then that failed, and you know, and over here the same thing happened. This you know, this reversal failed, and then we went up above the resistance, start flagging and continue towards the upside. Over here we tried to go up above the resistance and continue, you know, flag here and continue to go up, so but we actually failed that. We actually failed up here and right back down again, which is actually quite bearish move towards the downside, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately. But let's go back to the BXY chart. We gotta do this on the daily up in this chart up here. What we're gonna try right now is find some kind of bearish markets. Here is a bearish market up here. Here is a bearish market, and we have this very volatile move towards downside. And you can see over here we also flagging towards the downside. Yeah, whether that's a flag, maybe this is actually looks the same that we are going through right now. It's a little bit different, but should be down here. It's not the same. It's not the same. Some kind of falling wedge that broke to the downside, right? Some kind of falling wedge that broke. downside. This is flagging towards upside, it's already done and over with, right? Now, strong uptrend, strong downtrend. No. Okay, let's go to some other chart that have a lot of data. Which let's go to the Ethereum maybe. Let's go check what Ethereum is been doing lately. So you can see Ethereum down here. This was going towards downside, and you see how the volatile. Even though you have this, falling wedge on the downside, just because you have falling wedge doesn't mean that you're gonna break towards the upside. You can see what happened up here. We tried to go up here and right back down again in the wedge, and fell through that. Now this is down sloping trend line. Once you break that, you increase the speed. These are volatile moves, and you can see what happened up here on the chart. On the chart up here, this short-term downtrend up here got broken. Right now we are retesting that there is divergence up here. I should think that this should actually go towards the upside, but in a strong bearish markets, don't ever take anything for granted that things should play out as they normal do, because the prices always change to go into both directions. Doesn't matter what kind of pattern, doesn't matter what kind of line you have. What you have to understand is what kind of trend you are in. Volume is good. Yeah, we haven't checked the volume. Let's go and see the volume, and let's try to analyze the volume a little bit and see what volume is telling us on the 4-hourly time frame. Let's put everything up here for the sake of the view. This is Bitstamp. Now the volume is not doing anything. The volume is just died out after the move. It went up towards here and then it just died out, which is quite normal. Anytime you have any kind of consolidation, you want to see volume dying out. So volume is dying out, nothing is happening whatsoever. Let's go to Binance. The same thing happening here. The volume died out during consolidation, nothing is happening, no problem whatsoever there. And here on KuCoin as well, volume is actually picking up a little bit down here on these moves, but overall it is picking up, but it's still down there during this consolidation period. Let's go to the day time frame and see what's happening up here. Big volume, very normal consolidation. No, volume died. The same thing up here. Big volume, a big move, big volume, consolidation died. Normal move. So right now the volume is not telling us that much. The volume is not telling us that much. Stop hunting before reversing. We are already been stop hunting ever since we fell through 30k. The blockchain is insanely good. It will fight for top 40 spot. BTC goes down another 50%. I'll have to start investing in most traps. Captain is in the chat. Hi club. Hi Captain. How you doing? What do you think of Coty? Not much right now, man. Kirby. Hi TLA. Hi fam. Hi man. How you doing? What the fuck? He washed his hair. I was actually I actually went to the the pool, the public pool with the wife and kids, so I had to wash my hair. Need retail to buy the dip and not the top for once we might pump. Nah, we don't want retailing. We want retail to buy our bags. We don't retail to buy with us, because if retail buys now, like who is gonna buy our bags, man? Because it's not gonna be investment hedge funds buying your bags. That you can be sure of, man. Somebody need to buy somebody else's bags. That's very important. Yeah, where were we? We are on Ethereum up here, and let's analyze a little bit on Ethereum. Let's try to see what Ethereum is telling us. Have Ethereum done anything like this previously up here? Let's go to the 4-hourly time frame. Maybe on 4-hourly time frame it's easier to actually read the charts a little bit up here. Big moves, but no flagging, man. Down here we have flagging, but we have flagging towards maybe something like nah. We don't have this downward flag. Over here, strong upward move up here, and you can see here big strong upward move, flag that flags towards upside, right, and then a continuation towards upside, right? So just oftentimes these moves are actually bearish moves, and you can see here it tried to flag towards upside and go higher, but it came up and then came down again back inside this flag, and then it went down, then consolidated, and then went up. But it's already started, because when you have impulsive movement and start doing this over here, what's happening here, you are getting exhaustion. You're getting exhaustion in market. Like people, there are still buyers, but they are failing to move the price higher and higher. It's only if you break the resistance up here that you actually show, you know, that buyers are actually in control. This is a big volatile move towards the upside, and there should definitely be these flags. There you go. There is also one here, big flag towards the upside, flagging. It's a little bit different. This is actually a rising wedge up here that actually broke towards the upside. Bullish, bullish, bullish. This shows bullishness, right? That shows bullishness. Same thing here, maybe big impulsive move up here. Now this expanding thing that actually broke on the downside, consolidated and then went up. See here, consolidation up here, somewhere up down here. There is a consolidation up here. Give or take, there is some kind of consolidation and continue going towards the upside. Where was the bear market of this thing over here? There we go. This is the bottom into December 2018. Yeah, that's the bottom. We went down nicely. This continued to rasa and then bounced up. The same move as Bitcoin did. Yeah, it is pretty much, you know, inverse bear flag that should drop on the downside the way I see it right now. Let's go back here. So if we just you know, ignore this part over here and this part over here, we just look at like this part over here on the chart right now. You know, there's a resistance down there. Yeah, it's just sideways channel, Well, I may chill on the beach tomorrow. I need a nap now too. David Grohl, you remind me of T.A. David Grohl. Who is David Grohl? Pattern is this down. No, down. The pattern is down. I kept them. Great when I'm chilling in front of a fire pit in the woods of cabin. Sometimes simple life is the best life. Oh man, you living in good, man. Till I checked Gods Unchained, the coin you liked last month when we were looking for gems. I did check it out. I checked it out yesterday, actually, I think. Ooh, man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. No way, no way, no way. No way. We are looking at this yesterday, man. We are looking at this yesterday. No way. Oh man. I did not buy the dip, guys. I did not buy the dip. Oh man, and this was one of these coins that I was like sitting and thinking like, hey man, am I gonna buy this? This looks so good, man. Oh man. Wish I had a beach near me. It's going higher, amigo. God just ripped through. Lol, I'm a chill on the beach. Oh man, and you know, Gods Unchained is actually a good game. I don't know, you know, about a lot of stuff, you know, but you know, sometimes I find something that I like, you know, and Gods Unchained was one of these games that I like, man. So sad, I missed the kid, but man, and you know, even in yesterday's stream, we were actually looking at Gods Unchained, man. It was so good, it was so nice. Gods Unchained. 142%. What came out, man? I mean, you know, in retrospect, it did not pump like all the way up to, you know, $7 or anything like, still below $1. But you know, it kind of burns when you miss, you know, on games that you know, on tokens that you're actually looking at, right? So you know, the problem I'm having with Gods Unchained, I do not know how well these games are gonna play out eventually, right? But this game is so well done. It's just so well done, man. You know, if there is any kind of game that's actually gonna do nicely, I think, you know, this has, you know, potential. So you know, there's that. There we go. The lead singer of Foo Fighters just gotta trim the beard a bit. It could be his stunt double. Oh, T.A. Okay. Didn't know who that was. This nigga had wish for green cloud and emerging cloud coming and has nice gap. So yeah, definitely sad about this move. This is a very stupidly bullish move for Gods Unchained, unfortunately for me. Hopefully this is just something. What came out? May 12, Mortal started the rest with like sharding, you're sure about that. Take the Mortal that got you into NFT and crypto, or gods on your side. Now they're just posting stuff. Mortals U5 Divine Order card, drop it below. May 19, May 19, which is the 21st May? No, it's not the news. I don't think it's news. Miria, Van the man. Yeah, so I'm definitely salty about this this one over here because it was down at 0.2. Right now it's down at you know, it's at $1. It's even going higher. Let's go here the 4-hourly time frame. It's just pumping like crazy, man. Just pumping like crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with this, but you know, the channel up here was actually, you know, sloping towards the upside. You see here, it was sloping towards the upside, break towards the upside, consolidating, and right now continuing the move towards the upside. Stupid moves, stupid moves. So easy with only horizontal went down the right, been checking I felt the same way, but managed to catch them shaking easy. What do you think of Flux token? Heard much about it, never heard about it. I think somebody asked me to look at the chart once, but you know, don't be salty with being a noob with the talk. Yeah, but I am a noob, don't matter, man. I really don't care about, you know, labels people told me. People want to call me a noob, I don't care, man, I don't care. But yeah, I am salty, unfortunately. And if everything else pumps, you know, 100%, 200% in a day, it's gonna be bad. So hopefully, you know, Bitcoin dumps down and this comes back down so I can get it, get back in. This is like the coin you don't buy lunch of, everything you hold goes down. Yeah, it's something like that. But you know, there are a lot of other coins. Hopefully, you know, some of the coins that I want to buy, you know, are still gonna be there. But this was definitely on my list, man. This was definitely on my list. I was just kind of unsure how this actually gonna, you know, how games are gonna perform in the bull markets, you know. And you know, the supply is so high, so you know, there's that. But you can see here it went down, you know, it went slowly down and bounced big time towards upside. So that might happen with Bitcoin as well. We are too much focused on when it comes to Bitcoin, we are too much focused right now on this whether this is a channel or a rising channel, a falling channel, or bear flag or on whatnot. You know, the thing that we should be focused on is that this trend actually got broken. That trend actually got broken. We got another resistance line up here, over here on the daily time frame, give or take, maybe something like this, give or take. That needs to be broken right now, right? So there is that. Maybe something like this up here, right? I don't know. You can see up here the 4-hour time frame, right? So the only thing that actually matters right now, it's not, you know, how further down we're gonna go. It's when are we gonna break the line? When are we gonna break the line? Because you can see here, it looks like it's flagging towards downside, right? That's what we're saying. But in strong bearish trends, this can definitely break on downside, have another move towards downside down here, and then reverse towards the upside. You know, so limited mint of new heroes yesterday in gods. Okay, maybe that made the price jump. I don't know what moves the price of gods up and down, because when I checked gods on CoinMarketCap of Gods Unchained, only 5% of their supply is out. You know, they still got, you know, a whole lot of supply that, you know, they can push out and, you know, they kill the price. So I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen with that, you know. And I'm not very good, you know, analyzing the supply versus circulating supply, and why this is in Norwegian, I don't know. Nothing against them. Last year we did sell off in May also. The low was around July, so I'm excited for those moves. Yeah, everybody is excited for moves. I hope moves doesn't, you know, do us bad right now. I hope moves doesn't do us bad. That's all I'm hoping for right now. But yeah, did anything else? Let's go up here and check the bubbles. Baby Doge is up 4. Okay guys, this is the bottom. Oh no, this is weekly, sorry. Let's go to the daily. Baby Doge is up 20%, guys. This is the bottom. Baby Doge is up 20%. Let's go to Dex Guru. Where is Dex Guru? What kind of... Here we go. Baby Doge. a new version of this app. Okay, let's reload the whole thing. Yeah, okay, so 20% is down here, up here. But there is a line here, guys. There is a line that needs to be broken. It goes something like this. It did break the line, so Baby Doge is officially right now going up. This is a difficult decision, but had to go with the current project. Football tokens, Porto Santos. No, I'm not into football tokens. I want to stay away from football. I don't know why, you know. I think, you know, they might pump or stuff like that, but I just don't get it. So, you know, I stay away from what I don't get. If I get something, then, you know, I'm interested. But if I don't get it, like, Baby Doge pump indicator by TLA. Yeah, Baby Doge pump indicator by TLA. Let's see here. So Baby Doge pumped, you know, XPRT. I don't know what is. Saitama also one of these, you know, meme coins. Hence, VMix X, ZRX was, you know, ZRX. They have been talking about this before. ZRX. I don't know what it is, but you know, it did pump a lot up here. Let's go daily. It just kind of goes sideways, man. It just kind of goes sideways. Nice pump, but you know, sideways overall. Sideways overall. This is top 200 coins. Let's see top 100 coins up here. Osmo up 0.9.8%. XMR. UST minus 11%. Let's go top 300 coins. Energy, Block, VTHO, CTX, People 40%. But Dogs Unchained, how low is Dogs Unchained? Let's top 1000 coins. Toko, SNM, SOC. Let's see in the last hour. It's top 500 coins. Last 24 hours, Velo, Loca, Hard, and Week P5 Hard, yeah. I don't know. I don't think Gods Unchained is top 100. What number is Gods Unchained at? 607. 22 million market cap, but you know, only 5% supply. So I don't know. I don't want to look at that coin anymore, man. I'm off to bed, guys. See you later. When I last well, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. I'm just stuck in a dilemma of buying now in case it pumps, or buying later in case it dumps. Maybe I'll do a 2-3 split or something. That might be good. You know, I'll wait to look at it. The way I'm looking at it is I'm not touching anything until we are, you know, done with the moon. So I might miss the bottom if this is the bottom. You know, on the daily time frame we did actually go, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. I don't know if this is actually enough for the bottom. Let's analyze the bottoms. How have the bottoms previously played out? Let's go to this chart out. Here, let's fill it up. So you can see these bottoms down here. Let's say this is the bottom. Technically it wasn't the bottom, but you know, it did, you know, go for a very long time. So this went on for, you know, from the bottom down here. Let's say down here, 52 bars, you know, almost 2 months. This was some kind of, you know, short-term bottom. But this was, you know, this was just in a continuation mode, only 9 days, right? This was the bottom right up here, from the capitulation down to the end, you know, took 2 months. So you can see these are the big ones. These are the big ones, right? This is just, you know, intermediate. You know, if it just does move towards ups and down, it's just intermediate. You know, pit stop, right? So you can see here, down here, this is the bottom. You can see here how this bottom is usually played out for a while up here. At least a month's time sideways, right? At least a month's time. This was the bottom down here. $43 bars, month plus. This is just, you know, out of the ordinary move. This small button down here, down here for move, 28 bars. This was a big button down here, so this took a while actually to, you know, let's say from hitting the bottom down here until the end, you know, 100 bars, you know, this was a huge accumulation phase down here. And now you get these small bottoms on the way up down here, but even these bottoms down here, this is 13 bars, 2 weeks. I don't know, I'm gonna, you know, count the entire thing, you know, 28 bars, but you know, only this from the bottom down here. It was actually over down here, it was 7 bars on a week's time. There was a small bottom down here, 2 weeks as well. This was a huge bottom, I mean, this was a huge accumulation phase all the way up here, like 200 bars. Insane, insane. So you know, any kind of bottom is gonna last more than whatever we are at right now. How long or far we are at now? Right now, you know, we got like 7 bars right now. So you know, it's not the bottom. When is moon over? Pull it up. When the moon is over, pull it up. Right now we are actually going through the full moon. That's why I'm consolidating here. So what we are actually waiting for is the next new moon, and the new moon is on the 30th of 30th or 31st. So right now you can see here that this moon up here is just kind of pulling us a little bit sideways up here to this moon, and then we're gonna dump, final dump, and then we go up, right? That's the plan, guys, that's the plan. Honestly, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Heading to the bottom, we're gonna buy some deep coming weeks, around 24 should be bottom. I also told my wife today, if we, for whatever reason, like we said, the bottom is around 23 to 25, but if we, for whatever reason, go below the 200 weekly moving average, guys, if we, for whatever reason, go below this line, you know, something is not right? If you go below this line and try, you know, maybe stay up here, it might be, you know, the bottom down here, whatever. But if you continue going down here, you know, I know people are calling, you know, 19,000, 70,000, 13,000, even 10,000 and so forth. But if you go below the 200 moving average, something is not normal, something is not right. And I can definitely see Bitcoin going to a very extreme levels if we fail, you know, to hold the 200 weekly moving average. On the monthly, you know, are we gonna, that's also around the 50 moving average on the monthly time frame. 100 moving average is around 10k, and then we got 142 moving average if I remember correctly. We don't have 100 200 moving average because we don't have bars, but you can see that 142 moving average is around 8k or something like that down here. So you know, if we for whatever reason should lose this level down here, it's not normal. And if you go back down here, it's also very not normal. And I would say that something is definitely not right with the Bitcoin and crypto market if we should start failing the moving averages, right? This 200 moving average. If we start failing this last moving, if we start going below right now 22,000, but you know, next week it's gonna be a little bit higher, 22.6, 23 or something like that, right? If we fail this on the downside, something is definitely not wrong, guys. Something is definitely wrong. It means no worries. Hit like, show some love. Show some love for the rest of your days. Ooh, bear market. Nah, we are already on the end of the bear market. Moons are low. Release the bears, let the bear discounts. Release BTC. Man, just put arrow to 1750 for BTC. Now, do you know who called for 1750 BTC in you know, December 2018? Morgan Stanley. I remember we have been hovering around the, you know, 3,000, 4,000, almost 2,000, 3,000. And then, you know, Morgan Stanley came out with this, you know, chart and saying that, you know, we think the bottom might be around, you know, 1,750. Then Chaco won. Yeah, then Chaco won. If you go below here, Chaco definitely wins, man. So, you know, I don't see it how we're gonna, you know, go below down here, but I also don't see how we just gonna, you know, V-shaped recovery to the moon as well. So, you know, I think we need more consolidation. So, you know, there's that. Unfortunately, on the 4-hourly time frame up here, it just does not look that, you know, impressive right now. It does smell more bearish than bullish. But you know, oftentimes when it smells more bearish, it just does this and it continues. So you can shut the song. I can hear what you're saying, guys. Is the song too loud? Tony Vice. The market yesterday took a big dump. This is 20 May, 19 May, 20 May, this 21st. They actually recovered, but the song is too sound. So this over here, we were actually quite a long way down. We were down something like -2% today, and then we actually managed to recover that. Man, that's nice. Nope, it's perfect. You grow, I grow. Sounds fine. There you go. I mean, somebody might not like it, but you know. Another one of these coins that I like is QCon coin. I think QCon is gonna do well. Very nice V-shaped recovery up here. Depends on how far it gets up here. It went all the way down to $9. Gonna be salty if this is the bottom down here for, you know, for QCon. I'm gonna be salty as well on this one. I'm gonna be salty on so many stuff, guys. And I told you what my strategy is. Look for the bottom, find the bottom, miss the bottom, and then FOMO in. That's my strategy. What was BTC bottom last time? 3,000 give or take, or what I recall. Anyways, guys, we've been streaming for 1 hour. Thanks for helping me find the pattern. You know, looking at the pattern for me. I think you know, right now this. I think right now this rising channel, if it's a rising channel, this rising channel, I think this rising channel might play up towards the upside as well. But it really doesn't matter, you know, which way, you know, it breaks up. If it breaks towards the upside, everything dumps more. If it breaks towards the downside, everything pumps more because it's inverted. I was thinking about KTS last night. Yeah, I think, I mean, they are not Binance. They don't have, you know, they don't have the chain, you know, the PancakeSwap. You know, they don't have the swap. They don't have the chain. You know, it's just a token, but they are very, very innovative as well. And you know, it's just a matter of time. You know, when the community grows, the money flows in. You know, they can put more money to pump the coin. So, you know, but you know, will it have, you know, the same kind of gains that, you know, some other coins are gonna have? I don't know about that, but you know, I like the coin. Where it Sol will be in a few weeks. I don't understand Sol, so I don't know, man. Vizsla Wyckoff collection of last year. Might be that. Now it's on the small time frames up here. So you know, there's that. There are, and I think they have been holding pretty strong too. Yeah. So I like, you know, QCoin is also another coin that I like, you know, and I can only tell you about stuff that I understand, you know, stuff that I don't understand Solana, I don't understand Matic, I don't understand, you know, AVAX. I don't understand a lot of these big projects, you know. I don't understand. Maybe I'll understand a little bit of Chainlink. That's why I'm not getting into Chainlink, because you know, I just don't feel it. But you know, the stuff that I understand, you know, I can have opinion on. But you know, people ask me, hey, what you think about, you know, for example, about Solana. I don't have an opinion on that. You know, I can tell you maybe what I think about, you know, on the chart right now, what's gonna happen. But right now, he's following Bitcoin. But besides that, now, but you know, QCoin I like. That's why we have. Are you fan of Ethereum? Yeah, I'm a fan of Ethereum, and it's not going anywhere. You know, too much is built on that, too much. But we're gonna see if the Pulse chain kills Ethereum. No, there is no Ethereum killers, guys. Ethereum is gonna stay around. I think. I don't know. Like anything can happen. But the biggest problem with Ethereum is this huge gas fees, man. Huge gas fees. That's the biggest problem. Because I do not want to use Ethereum. I don't want to use any kind of, you know, dApp that uses Ethereum. Why? Because you know, any kind of transaction you have to do on that just to verify something, you know, the gas fees are huge. You cannot do anything when the gas fees are so huge, right? So all dApps built on that, like, they suffer. I know a project that I actually invested in that switched from Ethereum to Polygon Matic. Why? Because of the fees. I mean, they made a game and put it on Ethereum chain, and the fees are just insane. So they were like, nope, let's go to, you know, and they forked the token over to Polygon Matic, and that's it. Right now the fees are so low, no problem whatsoever, right? So the biggest problem with Ethereum right now is the fees. They need to fix that. Right now they're saying that it's gonna fix that in August, but I don't know, man, about that. Just have fast blockchain, heavy VC backing, still better though. So that's why you see shutting down when it gets inundated. I don't know about, you know, this project. The thing that I do know is if there is a project that it's gonna come out and everybody's talking about it, that might be a very good buy just before it comes out. Because when it comes out, a lot of people understand that it's not all the hype that's been talking about how great it is, right? So projects might be a very good buy that are not out, and a lot of people are, you know, saying that, oh man, this is gonna be the next big thing. Because the next big thing can be hyped to, you know, insane numbers, because you don't really actually know how valuable the thing is. But when it comes out, most likely it's not what all the hype was. The bigger the hype, the more likely it is that the hype is not respected. We talked with, he wanted to make it more like BTC. I don't know what even that means. How are you gonna make Ethereum more like BTC? Almost a summer from Islam, I believe. Big chunk. Captain, what are other altcoins? You know, I looked at Meta Hero and I liked the thing, and I looked at Everdome and it's a metaverse, and the problem with both of at least Everdome is that, you know, the supply and the, you know, the coins are, you know, insane. ETH fees is scary, yes. But what I want to ask you, Captain, what other coins do you have on your list? Not all coins, like just a few coins that you have on your list. I want to check them out. I want to look what's on them, because I know you do your research. And there is another guy that does his research, and this guy also got, you know, hugely rich on guy. This guy, I mean, I don't like his TA. I think he's a moon boy, whatever, right? This guy did that. But he, you know, he got rich on the altcoins and you know, private sales and so forth. Top 10 investment for coins and stuff like that, right? Stuff like that. So this guy is definitely worth, you know, Captain, check out this guy. He's called That Martini guy. I don't know, you probably know about this guy already, but you know, he's, you know, hugely rich right now because, you know, invested very heavily into altcoins. He altcoins all over the place. So, you know, if you need do some research on some coins, you know, because he does that, you know. So EMX is a great play. Let's check out EMX. I've heard talk about EMX. I don't know, you know, how legit that is, but you know, Immutable X. First, let me look at the chart. Just being on downside, probably, yeah, but it looks like it's hit some kind of bottom maybe right now. 200k mark going 12% circular supply. Let's see Immutable X. Let's see if I remember the site. The first layer 2 for NFTs on Ethereum. Experience zero gas fees, instant trades, and carbon neutral NFTs for market games application without compromise. So it's a centralized marketplace layer 2, right? Bad right now. They host your Gods Unchained game. Oh, why is it bad? I believe in the Glimmer EMX. I believe in this project, and I'll check him out. Thank you. Yeah, that Martini guy is okay. I like him. He's not good with the TA. You know, I wouldn't, you know, look at his TA, but you know, he does know a lot of stuff. Price, I mean. Oh, okay. Price wise, they're not good right now. Yeah, that doesn't matter. But this is a layer 2, so this must be a centralized token, right? Very centralized token. Gods Unchained, Guild of Guardian Heroes. Enter keyword. They're hosting a lot of stuff, man. Why? Because they. But where does the value of the token comes out? Where? What do they do? I see they are hosting on the chain, and all the games wants to be there because there are 0 fees and they need admin. They are layer 2, right? So bad grandpa. So they're marketplace. Bros NFT. Are they just marketplace? I can buy cards. 0.00. How much is this right now? Echo Roar 4C1. Type set 1. Try. Great. They're just a marketplace. Mute Plex. What is? Ecomi. Don't talk about Ecomi, man. That thing actually down big time. Is a play on NFTs for Marvel Comics too. Yep, which means also Disney. Let me see, like a linked exchange protocol. The future of us trading is digital. We are ensuring NFTs are traded open, is access and secure by Ethereum, zero gas fees, property. You cannot have zero gas fees and be decentralized. I mean, it just doesn't sound. You cannot have decentralized ecosystem and have zero gas fees because you gotta pay Ethereum. And if you're not paying Ethereum, then you are going around them, layer 2. And if you're going around them, then you are not decentralized. Set your own trading fees, or maybe they're just, I don't know. Trading fees and custodial risk, massive upscale, not a centralized side chain. They're not centralized. QRT and a true LT inheriting security of L1. Any NFT that's created or traded on Bitflex is 100% carbon neutral. Okay, NFTs are operating impact. So I don't understand that much about, you know, layer 1 and 2 chains. So, you know, I said wrong. So if they say that they are not a centralized side chain, it's okay. High performance minting says say unlock. What is EMX Immutable X? EMX an IC token from Milwaukee products designed to drive the adoption of NFTs and help creators, players, and developers reimagine value in a digital ecosystem. Token holders will be able to stake, vote, and pay transaction fees with EMX. So there are the transaction fees, okay, but you know. What's the value of token for voting? I don't care. Staking, then that means that they have a lot of tokens, and they do have a lot of tokens, only 12% down, so they can give a lot of tokens. They don't have any inflate. They just move this totals blind circle each time, which might wreck the price eventually. But you know, there is that. Not this one. This one up here. And pay transaction fees. Token. Let's have a token. Okay, so Ethereum token that powers emit by access can social guarantees anything enabling near instant zero gas fee. Near instant zero gas fee transaction MS can be used to pay for staking or only place, vote for the futures of the protocol, and pay transaction fees. So only 3 things. You can only do 3 things with this token. Now the value of the token, whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. The GameStop crap really hurt EMX because they dumped all the EMX on the markets. What? 50 million fixed token supply, similar to other play to earn games. EMX is a great portfolio. Play difference variety gives you great potential, but couldn't do more than 5% more for them. I don't do portfolios, man. You know, 100%, you know, 50% maybe 30. But you know, anything more than that, like, I don't know. Maybe if I'm a, you know, Deft Moon. Stop talking about Deft, man. That thing is dead. Isn't Deft dead yet? $921. Yeah, you can buy entire thing for, you know, less than $1 million. Let's say the Horizon project, bro. Not much. Hell, I won't do more than 5% of my floor than any single EMA project. Layer 1 or layer 2, a different story though. Nah. I need to read up on layers and stuff like that, and you know, educate myself a little bit more, because I understand right now that you know, you need to find the decent projects, you know, to make it big time. So we don't have that much time, you know, but it's time to find stuff. Once you start investing 100-200k, it's hard to stay that heavy in any project. Yeah, I mean, that might have something to do with it. Anyways guys, thanks for stopping by. We've been streaming for 1 hour and 16 minutes. It's been nice. Hit the like button on the way up. Stop by tomorrow, maybe. We're gonna have a live stream, not in the morning, but later in the day, and see how Bitcoin is doing. So, you know, hope everybody had a nice evening. Hope you still have a nice evening further, you know, down the road, wherever you are. And that said, I think Rune and Near are gonna do great. Maybe. But I really want to buy some of these, you know, very, you know, close to bottom S coins that I have, like, you know, couple of million market cap, you know, and stuff like that. At least some of these coins, just in case they pump like insanely godly, you know. Anyways guys, that's it guys. Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.